Hi there, welcome to Timeline Talks. We are making a brief description tonight about the 10th Democratic debate. On the one, Elizabeth Warren tried to take some advantage over other of the seven candidates, again attacking the former mayor of New York, Michael Bloomberg, who defends himself, answering that he never affect women in the workplace. He told that his human resources uh, people clear everything and he doesn't feel obligated to reveal the details on the accusations that he considers unfounded against him. He simplified as a simple jokes he did on people, but he never attacks and affects anyone. Michael Bloomberg also says that nobody accused him formally on this regard. And Bernie Sanders mentioned that his health plan is going to cost 50 trillion, but he cleared on the 10-year period, not on 4 years or 8 years of government, because Amy Klobuchar brought that under his attention. In the meantime, Sanders also says that he is going to base his government not doing a socialist government, a communist government, and he take out some highlights of the communist and socialist interventions on Fidel Castro and some governments, but that situation seen him as a leading candidate on this debate. Tom Sayers says few interventions, and he only mentioned that United States needs economic justice. And Joe Biden, uh, show that Bernie Sanders was supporting the NRA approvals. The National Rifle Association was bidding to make more approvals on the use of guns, and there is no real gun control, according Biden, accusing Bernie Sanders. That situation finalized in mutual accusations with a fruitless results. And Mike Bloomberg recognized that he supported some of the candidates in the past. In fact, he mentioned he paid $100 million helping some candidates on the Democratic Party, and he pointed Nancy Pelosi for some reason. Now, Bernie Sanders, to say something good about him, he pointed out that on the recent 50 polls, analysis of leadership according all the existing candidates in the United States contending for the presidency, he beat Donald Trump 47 times of 50 polls. So he says that he is the right candidate to keep going. But there are many questions on the air and without answer from Bernie Sanders. Now, Elizabeth Warren mentioned that candidates needs to put hope over fear, to act and take a real leadership for the Democratic Party. Amy say something important. She says that if they don't show unity on these 4 months, and if they tear down the Democratic Party, Democrats are going to see another 4 years President Trump on the White House. So Pete was so quiet, and he looks with his upper lip wet, and sorry for the expression I mentioned on the last show. He kissed his husband before every debate, and probably he has some saliva in the upper lip from that kiss. And as I saw the debate in a high resolution big screen, probably that is coming for that. But I don't know. Anyway, I live and let live. But when they are public election officials, I care because they live from our taxes. And remember, we are taxpayers. We pay a lot of money in taxes. Then we have the right to claim and mention and point situations like it. So let's go to see what happens tomorrow. I don't see a clear evidence on this 10th primary debate of Democratic Party has a solid candidate. In fact, no one of the current 7 candidates, keep in mind, Michael Bloomberg and Tom Steyer, they are not still on the ballot. So this Saturday, they will not figure out if they win or lose this primary election. But an analyst on couple networks, because analysts give interviews to several networks, CBS, Fox, CNN, and he was telling in any single network that no one of the Democratic candidates group followers like Donald Trump recently on meetings he held in Nevada and several states, some places where he had more than 15,000 people waiting on the cold weather since early in the morning to listen Donald Trump's speech on the evening. And that is important because no one of these 7 candidates have a strong group of people following them. So keep that in mind because that represents support, very solid support from population. And we have no idea what's going on. President Trump is traveling to India, and in fact, he's coming back tonight. He says that relationship with India are better like never before, in his own words. But this debate is the last one before Super Tuesday. Many situations are going to point out on the Super Tuesday, and they are one of the close deadlines to beat and to determine who is going to be on the final part of this election to fight against Donald Trump. I still have a lot of questions to myself. I still check too many sources, Democrats, Republicans, Independents. Anyway, and nobody like to answer. Many people is keeping the social distance with journalists. If you see after the analyst, nobody likes to answer questions. Nobody likes to say anything because they know Donald Trump is still very strong on the polls and very strong politician. Even he was criticized of many situations, he still can lead this coming campaign for election 2020. So the coin is on the air. The Democrats are worried because they know they don't have a strong candidate and the time is running. Let's go to see. Thank you so much. I talk to you tomorrow. Lord bless you and Lord bless America. Keep me informed, please. Thanks for your emails. Bye bye.